Hi, in today's video we're going to talk about making yourself resistant to viruses. I absolutely love this routine because it's what's kept me free from having a cold for probably like 4 years now. Every time that I feel symptoms of a cold coming on, when you get that kind of that headachy feeling and you just kind of feel and you just know like something's about to hit, you just get out this formula and go to town on it. And it's even better if you can do this formula, take a little nap, and then it's going to try to come back. Viruses are very, very, very persistent. So every time a symptom comes up, do it again. Do it again. Sometimes I've had to do it like 3 or 4 or even 5 times before I fully knock something out. But it's so much better than being sick for several weeks, right? Especially now with COVID. If you have any chance of just preventing it totally, I would just keep this on hand. If you feel like you've been exposed, if you feel like you've been just starting to get anything that might even resemble a virus, like just get this out and just really boost up your body's immune defenses. As always, we're going to start with opening up the chest and the neck. And this is super important for the prevention of viruses because your immune system, your lymphatic system carries all the white blood cells in your body. And so it brings these white blood cells that kill viruses and bacteria and even cancer cells to where they need to be. So if your lymph is stuck and stagnant, you're not able to transport those white blood cells. So again, we're just going to start by opening up that chest. This motion is, I'm not pushing in, I'm doing this pulling, just a slight pulling motion on the skin. And that's really important because we don't need a lot of pressure, but we do want to just break apart adhesions that are kind of keeping your lymph stuck. Should always feel good. If it hurts, if it's causing any pain or tenderness, just stop. So I'm not using any oil on this part because I really want to have that extra little stretch on the skin. Next, I'm going to go over the clavicle. And coming up the neck. Doing mine first thing in the morning. I'm definitely feeling a little extra tension there today. So if that's happening for you, just use smaller strokes. Make sure you're always supporting that skin, especially on the front of the neck. You can even come up over the jawline if you want to. If you're starting to feel sick and you haven't been doing these chest opening exercises before, don't start when you're feeling like you might be coming down with something. Just wait till afterwards because you don't want to trigger a bigger immune response, which can happen when the lymphatic system has been stagnant and then all of a sudden it's moving again. But if you've been doing this on a regular basis, just keep doing it. Underneath the jawline. A couple of really light downward strokes here. This just really helps to get the lymph moving downward, and it all drains right into this area. So you can see just from doing that I have a little more lift and a little more sculpting on that side. And that's even with doing it daily, so you will just notice that this really should be a daily practice. Just get in there, open things up, just kind of like stretching in the morning. After you've been sleeping all day or all night, you want to get that good stretch in. That helps to break up fascial adhesions between your muscles. Here we're just doing it on your face. There. And over the clavicle. Again, this should never, ever, ever hurt. If you're experiencing any discomfort, lighten up, support more, do smaller strokes. me get the back really good, just getting right over the spine. And under the jawline. I'm just going to take a couple of drops of oil, not very much. I don't want my skin to be super slippery or greasy. I literally am using probably like 2 drops. And that's just so I have a tiny bit of load with my reflex detector. Which I'm looking for right now. Mine might have fallen. Let me go grab it really quick. Oh, here it is. Okay. So now we're going to do our points. Okay, so I like to start going upwards because this is going to increase your energy going upwards, right? When we're feeling sick, we feel like our energy is like blah. And so we just want to increase energy in our body. And so we're going to start with point 38 here, which is between the nose and the mouth, halfway between the smile line. So you can come down the smile line. And you might feel a little bumpy area. This point releases natural antibiotic substances in your body. So just like natural immune boosting. And then we're going to go right beside that to point 17. Point 17 is the adrenal glands, and so the adrenal glands release stress hormones. So as we're massaging and working out this point, it's really helping to reduce inflammation and reduce stress hormones in your body. All right, the other side, we're going to go down the smile line. You're probably going to feel like it's going to feel more bumpy on one side than the other. Now, even if you're not feeling like you're getting sick, but you know that you've just been around people who have been exposed or who aren't feeling well, this is just a great formula to do just to give yourself a little bit of a boost. The next point you're going to do is right underneath your nostril. And this one, if you're pregnant, you don't want to work anything directly underneath the nose or the upper lip. But this point is going to really heat up your body. And so that's what your first thing that your body does when you start to get sick, right, is it starts to heat up. You start to get a fever, and that's because that's trying to kill that bacteria, or that virus. So viruses are able to take hold of your body when your body is colder. So this really starts to heat it up. This point's also great for vaginal dryness. Anything having to do with your reproductive organs. And it's really like right at the base of your nose here. Another thing you can do, a little trick, is you can take a Salon Pause patch with some menthol and some camphor and just put a little square right there. And that helps to keep it nice and warm. And you really want your nose in particular to be warm because that's where viruses enter into your body, is through your nose, right? You're breathing it in. And so if it's nice and warm, it's actually going to kill that virus or trap that virus before it is able to make it past your nose, into your sinuses, and then into your lungs. Next, we're going to go on the nose. So we have point 1, which is if we come down the nose, it's where the cartilage changes. So right in here is another point that helps to heat and energize your body. It also helps to bring your energy like from your head more into your abdomen. So a lot of times, right, if we have a head cold, a virus, anything like that, we may feel like we have a pounding head, and this helps to bring that energy more into our abdominal space. And then right beside it is a kidney point. Kidneys again work to heat up and energize the body. So if our kidneys are weak, we're going to feel more cold. We don't want to feel cold. We want to be nice and warm and resistant to viruses. Next, we're going to go on to our left-hand side. We're going to get the stomach point, which is in line with the bottom of the nose and right on the opposite side of the smile line. This helps to reduce feelings of worry as well as, help guide our digestive system, right? Whenever we're sick, our digestion usually tries to get off a little bit. And then we're going to go up to point 37 for the spleen. The spleen activates the lymphatic system, which again carries white blood cells that kill things that aren't supposed to be in your body. The spleen also takes nutrients from the stomach and feeds it to the lungs, which is the point right above it, point 3. And then the lungs then moisturize the body. It's really important to support the lungs, especially in viruses, because you don't want them taking root in your lungs. And then we're going to finish up with 467, and that's a point right here. And this is for, it's an anti-allergy point, but it's really good for anything having to do with the sinuses. Just keeping your sinuses nice and clear and open. The job of the sinuses is to heat and humidify air as it comes in. And that heat and that humidification helps to kill viruses or just keep them out of your lungs before they can take root. Just massage gently. Any of the points that feel more tender or zingy, that's your body telling you that that's where you need a little extra love and a little extra attention. So you can go back and get those points again. Again, if you're starting to feel sick or you feel like you might have been exposed to something, do this. See if you can take a little nap, and then every time that symptoms come back, just do it again and do it again. You're just training your body to be resistant to viruses. And then I always like to finish up with doing some up and down strokes by the ear, or coming down and around the ear like this. Either one. There's a point in the ear right here, point 0, that helps to set that formula into your body so it lasts longer. And then it also helps to return your body to a state of balance. So anything that's off, like your blood pressure, your digestion, any pain, anything like that, it kind of triggers your body to kind of take care of that itself. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please pass it along to anybody else who might be able to use it. This is a natural way that we can help to really support our bodies, especially in this time. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.